Hello, my name is Sarah, and I have never finished Stardew Valley. So I thought, it's 2020, it's a new year, might as well uh play a little bit of Stardew as a let's play. I've never done a let's play before. Now, if you know anything about Critical Role, just know I'm obsessed with it, and I named my character after one of their characters, Beauregard, played by the beautiful Marisha Ray. I thought I would name it Not My Dad's Farm because she has a little bit of daddy issues. I also figured that the gray cat would be a really perfect animal for Beauregard because there is no owls as an animal. Now I also decided to go with the very basic the standard farm. I would have gone with the wilderness farm, but I've never even completed this game on just normal. I've never got past 2 years, which is kind of annoying, I know, but I figured why not try something new and try and finish it. So even though I didn't go with wilderness farm, I think it'll still be good. I didn't challenge myself, but if I did, I probably would never finish it. Also, I looked through all these shirts for no reason because it ends up taking me to like the very first couple options. I think I go with the very cobalt blue color for the shirt. Also, it's funny I'm posting this video on this Thursday because this is when Critical Role comes back. So I'm really quite into that stupid Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I love it. I love D&D. Yep, standard farm. I skipped the intro. I do love that scene with the grandpa and just the feeling to go back to the farm from their awful office job. I totally get that. It's very relatable. And it hits hard sometimes. But I just thought I would skip the intro because I'm sure it's been seen a billion times. Also, something I do notice that I do a little bit, so give me a break, is I kind of speed through some of the dialogue options, and I caught myself doing it, and I realized, no, I have to let the full text load first, and I did not do that, but that's okay. Also, something that you will notice, I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow on here. That's because I'm playing on a laptop, and normally I don't play Stardew Valley on a computer. It's been a long time since I've had a nice computer because my other one basically broke in half. So I'm not really used to playing on the computer. I also don't have a mouse. So I'm using the little mouse pad instead of the mouse itself, and that's really annoying and it gets in the way a lot and it makes me slow down a lot too, which is whatever, but I I could definitely be going a lot quicker if I had my mouse. Also with this new year, so I made a resolutions video. I wanted to complete games for the first time in my life. I have a really hard time finishing games. I made a whole video talking about it. I'm kind of annoying, I know. And Stardew is one of those games that I love. I can go back to playing this bad boy so much. It's such a good, just a wholesome, relaxing game. Like, it's truly it's truly just a beautiful game, and I think Concerned Ape is honestly pretty genius. He made this whole freaking game by himself, and it's very legendary, and I'm looking forward to whatever he comes up with next. I also made a video kind of talking about that. I'm really into like Chucklefish Studios and stuff, and they're making Witchbrook and Eastward, and I'm really looking forward to that. But whatever Concerned Ape has next, he's already said it's going to be somewhere within the Stardew Valley universe. Now, it probably won't be a relaxing farming game, but it'll be something, I'm sure, with a lot of heart and a lot of characters that we can get to know, and or whatever it is, you know, I know it'll be very nice. Now, something else you should know about me is I'm a little I have a hard time getting tasks done in this game. Oh, I freaking couldn't click on Marnie. She would not click, and I was like, please look at me. Marnie, please. I have a little bit of a hard time completing tasks in this game. Like, it definitely takes me longer. I have a little bit of ADD, and so I lose focus quite easily. I'm not going to lie to you folks. I love Pierre. Like, Jojo Mart can suck my asshole. It's not good. For whatever reason, even though Marnie is also looking at the store, Gus, you can't introduce yourself to Gus until he leaves. Oh, also something about me. I love exploring their houses, even though I've done it a billion times. I love doing it. I love just being amongst the decorations and just getting to look at everything that Concerned Ape has put in there. I went kind of quick right now, but you'll notice I do it a lot, even though it's kind of annoying. I probably shouldn't. I get a little wrapped up in stuff like that, and even with all these food products in the store and stuff, I like looking at all of them and just taking it all in. I know that sounds kind of weird. Oh, we're going to meet my favorite doctor. Harvey. See, look, that's an example of me very quickly skipping through the dialogue, and again, I didn't realize I was doing it here. I'm sorry about that. I definitely noticed it a little bit. You'll notice I'll click through some and then I'll realize what I'm doing through others, and that's my bad. Now, Sam is such a cute character, but Beauregard is, if you don't know anything about it, she's deaf, a lesbian. So we're gonna hook her up with one of the girls in the town. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? If anybody ever watches this, you know, give your suggestion of who I should hook Beauregard up with. She's a little bit of a badass, so I need to get her with someone who's opposite. I was thinking maybe Emily, because she's a lot like Jester. She's very lighthearted and just a good character. I've also never explored her story. I've never explored Leah's story, despite the fact that Leah is definitely my type, and I probably should have married her already. I think out of all the girls, I've done Haley's story. Haley's the girl that I've gotten closest to. I wish, ooh, this is a little bit of a controversial opinion up in here, but I wish, like, deeply, truly wish that I could get with Jody. She is a hottie batati, you know? As Hannah Montana would say. She is a MILF. A mom I'd like to farm her up. That was dumb. I'm sorry. Also, you can tell it's been a long time that I played this game because I feel like I forget a lot of the rules about the buildings and such, like the library. I forget that I can't introduce myself to what's his name? We're gonna see it in a second here. He's a weirdo, man. I like him. Gunther. Yeah, we can't introduce ourselves to Gunther, but I love Gunther. I wish that there was a story. He's such a weirdo. Like, he's so You know, like I feel like if this was a movie or a show, he could easily be played by Jeff Goldblum. You know, before we realized he was kind of creepy. I mean, it's always been there, but before that. Also, Clint. Clint makes me so sad. You always see other customers in the bar, the saloon, the store, the general store, and you never see customers in a Clint shop. Never. You see him in Jojo Mart? Ugh, Jojo Mart. I definitely do not introduce myself to him. He's a bastard, and I don't do it. Pam? Who? Yeah, don't be a jerk. Well, that's gonna be kind of hard to do to you, Pam, because you're kind of a jerk too. As you can see, I don't. Pam is not my favorite character. I also don't really like Abigail. She kind of bothers me. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit of a weirdo like her, you know? Eating rocks and stuff, except for me, it was cat food growing up. Yeah, that's right. That's right, I ate cat food. You're welcome, cat food companies. Don't eat cat food. Please don't. It's not good. Ah, but this dude, George, is one of my favorite characters. And he just likes leeks, bro. Like, you can change his whole life and heart on leeks and leeks alone. I don't get to introduce myself to Alex because he's working himself out. Also, something I would definitely do as Beauregard. Oh, whoops. I will definitely be looking through the trash a lot. That's just something that she would do. And it's in character, and I would do it. I would do it. Anyways, it's time to go back to the farm now. I do a little bit of cleanup and just plant a couple of things. I'll let the music play. Oh, one more thing. Like I said before, I'm a little bit slow. I've never actually fully cleaned up my entire farm or really made it that big of a deal. I've only ever gotten to like spring of year 2. So, you know, you'll really get to see me trying to be creative about what I'm doing with this farm and this Let's Play because I've never gotten that far. I definitely need help in that aspect, and I like looking at other people's for examples and such because it's kind of hard for me. It's like me when I'm playing The Sims. They're very basic simming houses. That's like they're the most basic little houses that you could ever get. I'm not a creator type when it comes to those things. Anyways, enjoy my awful gameplay. One thing, that's really good about Beauregard is that she's gonna make an excellent farmer because she's really good with the hoe. Alright, I'm gonna go ram my face into the wall for that joke, but honestly, I like the idea that after Beauregard, who is a esteemed monk in her land, and after being an adventurer for a long time, possibly stopping a war, we don't know what's going on with that storyline yet, that she gets a little older and her bones aren't working as good as they used to, or whatever. Beauregard would never give up punching, which is why it fits that her grandparents would give her a farm. Her grandpa would give her a farm. Her dad is also owns a winery, so they also kind of have a farm as well. And she hates her dad, like I said earlier. So this storyline is actually kind of fitting for Beauregard, who make her own money and also still get to adventure into mines and kill monsters and save the town. So it makes sense somewhere along the way. You know, there was a time split in there, and somehow this makes sense. Also, I'm definitely trying to make a chest here. It takes me a very long time because I actually get interrupted halfway through and forget what I'm doing. My dad barged into my room for like a minute. Anyways, I completely forget that I need one more wood piece, even though there was one's a lot more closer to this side. And I finally get it, and I make myself a chest, and I turn it, of course, cobalt blue. Why? What other color would I change it to? But yes, you know, I also have a little bit of a hard time when it comes to decorating my farm and getting it cool. I've never done that before, so you know, definitely keep that in mind. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my gameplay, and I will see you in part 2.